Who are you really in that legendary era? Salt is the breath and the first white gold of the sea.
My body is salt and clay, but the will for the sea is immortal.
The wind howls across the dry sand dunes of Quang Ngai, opening a silent afternoon where time awaits awakening. I am Diana, and today I will take you on a journey back 2,000 years. I kneel by a deep excavation site to find the truth. My brush gently sweeps away the last layer of fine sand. Darkened bones appear, silent but full of mystery. A green jade earring sparkles, refusing to be buried. Its beauty is eternal, a masterpiece of the Sa Huynh people. I whisper into the empty air.
Who are you?
After 2,000 years, only cold bones remain here. This is more than an artifact. It's a self-question. Who were you in that legendary era? Smoke and dust rise. The path begins to swirl, the bones regain flesh. A young man appears before me. Sun-bronzed and the simple face of a sea child. He sits up in the mist, looking at me with very calm eyes, like an old friend waiting for me for a long time. Behind him are countless archaeological reports I have read before you became the great leader feared by the ocean. Where does your journey begin, Can? Can touches his calloused hands and smiles very gently.
I was not born into silk or chests of luxury treasures. I am a son of salt and clay from these burning dunes. Back then, I was just a poor village boy working nothing, but I had an iron will and deep faith in the sea.
We walked together across the sun-drenched salt fields. A scene I once saw in ancient films about the Sa Huynh. Heavy salt baskets on his shoulders prove a proud life. Why start with salt when other lands have lush forests? One looks at the horizon where salt fields shine like mirrors.
Salt is the breath and the first white gold of the sea. It helps us trade for precious rice from the high mountains, and by respect from strangers arriving at this port. Salt taught me to get what you need, own what they lack. It is the first bridge between us and the outside world.
Night falls and Can stands before giant pottery jars. His loved ones begin their journey to the next world. These are the eternal cocoons I have studied for so long. I ask Can about the sacred faith behind these jar burials. Why choose the shape of a mother's womb for the deceased?
Life begins in the womb and should end therefore rebirth. Grave goods are a promise of an unbroken continuation. These sacred ceremonies fueled my burning desire to rise, to leave an eternal mark. Just like these pottery jars.
Change came when he saw new powers with sharper weapons. The scene shifts to a roaring forge with sparks flying. Can is now stronger, muscles rippling under the red flame. He is learning to control fire to forge his own destiny. Why leave the salt to face the harsh fire and hard iron? Can wipes his brow and holds up a newly shaped spear.
Salt brings life. The iron brings mastery and safety. We cannot forever use stone to defend against great waves. I chose fire to forge my own strength from raw iron. With this, I am no longer a village boy, but a warrior can bring his forged strength to the vast ocean.
Huge ships with palm leaf sails cut through the waves. I stand beside him, feeling the salty spray on my face. Can stands at the bow with the air of a true leader. Jade ling-ling-o on his ear and a cold iron sword at his side. How can a village blacksmith lead such a great network? You have Taiwan jade and Han mirrors. How did you get them?
The secret lies in connection and honor, not Caesar. Each jade piece is a pledge of trust across the sea. I use iron to protect trade and honor to keep the peace. Ocean is not a barrier. It is a high-speed highway to bring the SL further than ever before.
I asked about his food bottles and the feel of his sword.
A warrior does not love war, but protects his home. His sword carries the soul of the blacksmith's sweat. With the best weapon comes the heaviest, responsibility. A hero is one who keeps the village houses at peace.
sunset on the bow casts a golden glow over the sea. I see a miraculous change from a boy to a sea lord. Ken hands me his jade earring as a bridge across time. Do you fear time will erase your name and deeds?
Bones may turn to dust, but the will for the sea remains. It flows in the blood of those who come after us. Tell my story as proof that a boy built an empire.
The mist of the past fades, and I return to the present. I stand by the excavation, feeling warmth from the remains. Ken's bones whisper of a journey that never truly ends. I look at the horizon where sham towers begin to appear. Ken's journey is a bridge made of salt, iron, and jade. I will tell of your life, of forging steel from fire. Ken, with this sword, will you conquer or protect? Ken looks at the sea. Iron is the backbone of his great ships. I see you on the deck, skin salted, eyes on the storm. Ken steers the rudder, leading his tribe beyond the white dunes. Are you afraid of the ocean, or do you truly crave it? Are you afraid of the ocean, or do you truly crave it?
Fear is the salt. Craving is the water. Both give life, flavor.
I touch the jade in the sand and see you with a stranger.
This is our greeting. We sell trust, not just white salt.
You turn desolate islands into vibrant outposts of fire and life. Carnelian bees from Ken's hands spread across ancient kingdoms. You built an empire without bloodshed, didn't you, Ken? But I see blood on the wooden deck during a stormy night. Ken holds his iron spear, shielding his potters and salt makers. Why carry it all? Do you want to be a simple man again?
Every scar is the price for our peace.
In that moment, I realized your fate was no longer yours. You became a symbol, a lighthouse for an entire civilization. Ken at 35 is the living fire of the Sa Huynh coast. I see him not in the soil, but standing on the waves. Every scar on his arm tells a story of 1,000 storms. He grips the iron sword, a symbol of protection, not conquest.
Is our soul.
The white dunes of Quang Ngai provide the white gold, salt. It leads the tribe to harvest the sun's crystals from the sea. Huge ceramic jars are filled, ready for the great maritime journey. This is how the Bridge of Salt began its first steps. Ken inspects the fleet, the backbone of his maritime empire. Iron tools cling against wood as the sails are raised high.
We sail
các
to
chiến binh,
trade,
gió đã đổi chiều,
connect, and
hướng về
build
chân
our
trời vì
future.
vinh quang.
The bicephalous jade earrings catch the morning's first light. They are the talismans of the sea, guarding him from the deep. I can feel the warmth of his hand on this ancient hilt. The iron is cold now, but in his hand he was a living force. He navigates by the stars, the celestial map of the ancestors. Each constellation is a guide to distant, mysterious shores.
The wind speaks the language of those who came before.
The fleet carries more
Đi
than
lên
salt.
vì vinh quang của một
Carries the Sa Huynh spirit. Earthenware with complex patterns travels to the southern isles. In
Loại hạt này
exchange,
quả thật
Ken
rất lấp
brings
lánh.
back
Muối Sa Huynh
carnelian
đây anh
and
Cam,
precious
rất tuyệt vời.
nephrite.
Để tôi
He
xin.
was a master of diplomacy on the open ocean. A leader who forged alliances with the strength of his word. The waves crash against the hull. As he is 3 years old.
Đâu ngon cho mình.
Ken stands firm at the steering oar, his eyes fixed on the horizon.
Fear is thunder. Courage is the sun that burns it away.
The salt crusts on his skin, a badge of his labor and love. His sweat and salt build the foundations of history. Trade ports hum with the voices of a dozen different tongues. Ken negotiates with fairness, earning respect across the seas. The iron ring pommel sword never leaves his side. It is not just a weapon. It is the anchor of his authority.
This bridge of trade will outlast any storm.
From the island of Palawan to the shores of the Gulf of Thailand, the Sa Huynh influence spreads like a golden sunrise. He wasn't just a sailor. He was an architect of culture. He brought back ideas, art, and the seeds of a new era. The Iron
Brothers,
Age
the
reached
fire
its
calls
peak
us to
under his
rise.
Visionary leadership.
Guys, together we.
My body belongs to the salt. but my heart is for the tribe.
Every voyage is a sacrifice, a step toward the Red Towers. The dream of the stone temples was born in these waters. Man envisions a legacy that stone and fire cannot destroy. The iron sword glows in the reflection of the setting sun. It has tasted the salt of victory in the rain of struggle.
Hold your feet with faith. When the sea is open,
The fleet returns home, laden with treasures and stories. The dunes of Sa Huynh welcome their hero with golden light. I see the celebration, the music, the pride in their eyes. Ken shares the wealth, ensuring the prosperity of all. He is the bridge between the simple dunes and the vast world.
a leader's true wealth is the peace of his people.
The Iron Age is an age of connection, led by his steady hand. This artifact is a message from his 35-year-old soul. It tells me that greatness begins with a single grain of salt. Ken prepares for the next horizon, the ultimate challenge.
The bridge must reach the sacred land of the Red Towers.
His eyes reflect the fire of a dream that will never fade. Ken at 35 is not a memory. He is a living inspiration. My body is salt and clay, but the will for the sea is immortal. The iron sword is raised toward the sky.
The mist of the past is not fading. It is transforming.
Tell my story as proof that a boy built an empire. The Phantom Fleet and the living people destroyed the Golden Portal. Only modern archaeologist Diana remains, looking toward the Red Towers. Episode 4 ends with the bridge rising from the waves. The vibrant energy of Ken's 35 years remains in the air. The bridge is built. The mission of life is complete. Next, the Eternal Bridge Ken's grand finale at the Red Towers. Subscribe and hit the bell to join us at the Red Towers. Arch and Time Channel.